Meg mad as failure to overshadow Kate's Christmas card. WME fed up. You don't have real kids like the whales. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been listed by Industry Bible as Tinseltown's biggest losers of the year. The Hollywood Reporter magazine published its 2023 review to honor those who won and noted those who did not make the cut amongst the 11 chosen are struggling with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, who of course were ridiculed for their Netflix documentary. A whiny biography that makes headlines, party grip, and an internet podcast. Their treatment by the Hollywood Reporter was ineffective, as the newspaper said the couple had fled a life of ceremonial public service to unsuccessfully cash in on their celebrity status in the United States. It came about as a charity for the couple. Donations have fallen by $1 million in the past year alone, leaving it on red alert, while its boss, right-hand man James Holt, was handed a whopping 280% payday. A source, the examining inspector, reports that today there was a crisis meeting with WME held in Los Angeles. Meghan and Harry's Christmas card is currently on hold. Meghan Markle is working on her own commercial these days, and it's speculated that she had to convene with representatives before releasing it. But WME leaders and staff wanted it cancelled. It's unclear whether the card had anything to do with the crisis. But what's interesting is that it was still unreleased as of Wednesday morning. It's unclear whether the crisis meeting was held to address the recent problems caused by Scobie's book. It's possible that WME discovered that they cooperated with Scobie's book while telling WME that they didn't. They did nothing to distance themselves from discontent and disparagement. They were too arrogant to think that they should have issued a card anyway. Who is that in Hollywood? No one. They're trying to explain how photoshopping an image of the late Queen into a Christmas card is a terrible thing to do, especially after all the discrimination nonsense. She's criticizing the monarchy with the release of her recent book. The Emmys cannot give Meghan Markle any work because her actions exposed her to radiation. Her narcissism makes it impossible for her to understand it. So she continues to claim WME is first and foremost a company, but given her very unpopular status, it would advise her to review her advertising, even though WME has in-house advertising, and even if Meghan used an outside advertising agency, WME would tell her how her advertising affected how she was perceived by the industry. There are rumors that she had to pay for an agent. At the time of her representation, she was known to be a non-earner. The term stereotype was coined at the time. Meghan was forced to pay WME upfront for a 12-month representation period. I don't know the details of the contract. It could be under lock and key, but she'll have to pay a large sum of money over the long term. It's unclear also what percentage of any workbook passes them. At some point, they will stop holding crisis meetings and simply fire that client. Are there any other customers experiencing many of these crisis events? No one needs that much drama. It's all self-inflicted wounds. The Emmys should realize that there won't be any multi-million-dollar deals with Meghan.